Okay, here we go again. 2002, I read The Smoothing of the Hiring and Firing Curve. This article discusses the hiring boom of the 1990s. It's where it looks at where companies were in good form, had lots of money, and so they were worried about not growing fast enough, meaning that if they were not hiring employees, that they must not be growing as fast as their competitors. So people they were giving hiring bonuses, higher wages. They were just hiring people just to fill the seats, basically. They weren't really looking at the whole aspect of a good trained employee. Then all of a sudden they had an economic crash and kind of an internet pileup, if you would say, in a huge reversal of what was going from good to bad. Managers then had to reassess how they were hiring and taking only proven talent, not just on paper. They started contracting work out instead of hiring and firing people and paying them for the whole year if they were only going to be needed them for 3 months. They also had to beef up performance ratings of managers, making sure that people were performing, the performance reviews. They hired within instead of outside, which helped save money. And they weeded out the non-performers. They had leaner salaries, and managers had more stock options and less salary wages. And their hiring standard, they had to get a higher standard of hiring because the cost was too much to fix and train people. They were just wasting money by trying to fix issues. They needed to reduce reliance on headhunters, except for they used headhunters for helping them look for people who are already working and doing really well in other companies and trying to get them. Good management needs to be looked at, and this is what they learned, in both good and bad times, not just in bad times. And their cost reduction needs to be taken into account during this time. So really that was kind of a great learning experience because we're in an economic downturn right now, so we still need good quality employees, and we need to be more aware of our talent and our culture and the wages, the comparable wages, instead of trying to pay too much. That brings us into the next article that I read. It was called Strategic Temptations. It's about temp agencies and the use of temp agencies right now. And it was a really interesting one because that's what I deal with almost on a daily basis with all my students now. Temp agencies are, companies are using them because, one, they can get rid of employees who are not right for the right fit for their company, or they're not performing. They also, they might get a talent mismatch, and then it's harder to get rid of them if they're not with a temp agency. They also don't have to pay them medical and, different options and stuff like that. It's more flexible. If you're busy, you can hire some temps. If you're not busy, then you can just say, I don't need anybody. They don't have to pay unemployment insurance or workman's comp. So what they're saying is that right now, staffing agencies is the best option in our economy. And by 2018, the U.S. Labor of Data and Statistics says that this is going to be happening more and more. That it's a good thing for our economy at this time because it's just too costly for some people to keep people on all the time. It also will help with kind of the curve of hiring and the firing of people. So anyways, I thought that was a really good article. I'm running out of time, but temp agencies are the new thing right now. That's what I came up with. Thanks.